I am a mother, a daughter, a sister, a cousin. I'm a FAMU rattler. I'm also a Seton Hall pirate. I'm a size 11 shoe. I'm a former executive. I'm an executive coach. I'm a keynote speaker. I am all those things and many more, because all those things make up my identity and who I say that I am and who I aspire to be. As a former executive, a mother, a friend, a colleague to so many, initially people would come to me and ask me about my insights. And I know it was because of all my lived experiences. I just had this burning desire to be able to support people, but not to necessarily give them advice. And coaching was a great opportunity to really help people explore really around their stories. And that's what I found, is that so many people had limiting beliefs about what they could do and what was possible. And so much of it was just built around the stories they were telling themselves. And so from that, I thought, I love this one-to-one, but I want this message to be broader than this. I want more people to hear this. I want more people to be able to interrogate their stories and really think about what's possible for them. And I think that's really was the genesis of me moving from being an executive to being an executive coach and now being a keynote speaker. The way we change our narratives is first awareness. You tell yourself the same story over and over and over. You have the same mental model. The first thing is to become aware. How do I move from one place to another to another? Then you got to reframe it, right? So I'm aware of the stories I'm telling myself. Now I've got to work on the reframe. What's the most generous assumption I could give myself? What's the most generous assumption that I could give to others? Because the story that rings the loudest in our head is oftentimes the story that's been holding us back, the story of all of our limiting beliefs. And then the last thing you have to do is just really find a good support network. You can't do it alone. Most of the stories that were written for us were not written by us. They were written for us. And so now you've got to find a community that can support you as you begin to rewrite the stories. I always say to people, what matters more, but what matters most. How do I take what's going well to take it to the next chapter and the next chapter and the next chapter? And sometimes it's time to write a new chapter when things aren't going well. Because if you continue upon the path you're on, how do you get to the next space in life to be able to write that new chapter? I bring valuable insights and practical tools and inspiration for individuals as well as organizations to achieve their full potential.